So every year, and it sometimes happens 2 or 3 times a year, but usually at least once a year, we have that situation where we get a season-changing storm, and you get cold air on one side, warm air on the other side, and you have like thunderstorms in the warm side and snow on the other side. I think that's what's going to happen as we head towards Tuesday night into Wednesday. And but I don't think it may not be the last time, because this isn't going to be like blizzard warnings on one side and tornado warnings on the other side. So, and sometimes we dodge that. So maybe that's what this is going to be. So let's go through this. I'm going to show you a couple of different things here. We have a severe weather threat late Tuesday into Wednesday. I think more so after midnight. Notice what's going on here. We've got kind of a frontal boundary right around here. And as moisture kind of runs into that through Wednesday, early Wednesday morning, any of these storms could get on the strong side. And as this cold front kind of moves like this, we may see an isolated strong to severe storm. Now this is through very early Wednesday morning. This area right here has, maybe 1 or 2 severe storms. We're talking maybe hail the size of quarters and maybe some gusty wind. So we'll see. Again, I don't think this is going to be a big deal. I think we're going to see a better chance for storms as we get into this Wednesday morning after this. So let's get to that now. First I want to show you the threats for early Wednesday morning. Tornado threats, pretty much 0, maybe 1%. Damaging wind and large hail. If we're going to see anything, again, 1/4 inch hail, maybe a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, 1 or 2. That would be about it. So how is this going to happen? Well, this is kind of the theory here. We've got a cold front, like I said, right there. Now, you got warm, moist air that's going to be coming in like this. And so you got some unstable air down here, right? But it needs to interact with something to get those storms going. So how does this work? Well, moves in, this cold front still kind of just sitting there, right? This is 8 p.m., so the cold front's getting close to that instability, and then that instability stays in southeast Nebraska as this cold front drifts ever so slightly to the south and east. This is where that severe weather potential would be. You get a cold front where there's some instability, storms that do form in that area, and the cold front will be somewhere like in here. So if it's here, probably not going to see that severe storm, but if it can run into that instability, then you got a chance. And unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on the way you want to look at it, that instability quickly pushes off to the south and to the southeast. So it kind of runs away from that cold front. If the cold front can keep up with it, then maybe some more severe storms. And then that kind of sits there, right there by 6 a.m. So depending on what this cold front does, we'll have a big say on what kind of severe weather we have very early Wednesday morning. Significant hail, kind of the same thing. We have that cold front that's right there, and we're just waiting for this area. This is that instability area. See, it kind of goes like up there like that. If that cold front can come into here, into this area where the significant hail is possible, then that's where you would see the severe hail. But note, I think it's going to be about up here by 7 p.m. By about midnight, it'll probably be close enough. It'll probably be about right there, so that area has the chance at seeing some, it's a small chance. It's on the lower tier here. You're looking at this area right here. Small. But it's there. It's a possibility, and as this cold front kind of tries to sag to the south, it's trying to keep up with that significant hail possibility. Moving on to Wednesday, later in the morning, okay, the first half of the day on Wednesday, from like 6 a.m. to noon, there's a slight risk for severe weather. So that cold front runs into that instability, that warm, moist air, and gives most of southeastern Nebraska a decent chance for some severe weather. Lincoln, Omaha, Beatrice, kind of on the edge of this. The better chance will be further south, but we're on the edge. So that's what we'll talk about. Here's what we're looking at. See this right here? That's that cold front we were talking about, okay? So basically I could do this, and that's that cold front. Let me redo that. There's your cold front. Okay, so right like that. Now moving forward, cold front comes a little further south. Moving forward, cold front comes a little further south like that. This is Wednesday morning, 9:30. And then it runs into the warm, moist air right there, okay? So that's noon. And then it slowly sags like this. The storms kind of follow that cold front. They try to linger. This is 4 p.m. I think they're out of our hair by probably afternoon. And that cold front continues to sag south, and the storms go with it by 7 p.m. So I'll back that up. The best chance right there from about 11 a.m. to about 3 p.m. according to this one model, right? But other models are saying a little different, but we'll just go with this one for now, okay? To avoid confusion. So late morning, Wednesday into the very early afternoon is probably the best chance for severe weather. Here's that significant hail again. This is 10 a.m. Remember that cold front going to be in this area right here. So around that cold front, that significant hail potential, wherever that cold front is at, is likely where you're going to see that hail. And then it kind of sags. That significant hail potential is further south. So that cold front kind of runs out of stuff to work with as it moves south and east for southeast Nebraska. And then by about 5 p.m., everything and the cold front and everything else is further south and east. So right now, this is what things look like. Is you've got just that small chance late Tuesday night into very early Wednesday morning, and then that Wednesday time frame from about 6 a.m. till around 2 p.m. Wherever that cold front finally gets into, if it can tap into that warm, moist air, then you're going to have a little bit better chance for the severe storms. This is not a tornado outbreak. This is not a huge hail or huge damaging winds like 100-mile-per-hour winds. It's none of that. This is basically a solid, good old-fashioned thunderstorm potential with a few severe storms mixed in. That colder air is going to try to bring some snow in. I almost forgot to show you that. I want to show you that. Hang on. Let me go back and see if I can find that, because I forgot to mention that right there. The Panhandle, look at Chadron. Right here, you're looking at the potential right here for a few inches of snow. Yeah, I almost forgot to talk about that. I was so busy over here with the cold front. Cold air is going to mix in and give parts of the Panhandle a decent chance for at least a couple inches of snow. I know. So you're looking at the strong storms over here, and you're looking at the snow on one side. Now, is it going to be a blizzard on one side and tornado warning on the other? Probably not. But the chance is there for snow on one side and thunderstorms on the other. So I prefer this. That way I'm not, tornadoes are just, especially this time of year. So hopefully this stays like this. I'll do more forecasting, and maybe I'll do an update tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. But until then, that's what it looks like. Like and subscribe. Let me go back to that graphic so you know that I'm ending. There you go. Like and subscribe so you know that I'm going to be posting more on this, and if I do a YouTube live, you are made aware of that as well. So thank you, everybody. See you next time.